Hello. This is RIO4LIFE Kim D coming at you from Hibbing, Minnesota. Whew. It's an amazing day. I'm hoping you can hear me. I'm trying something new with my laptop, little Chromebook I have, and a little bit of upgrade on my StreamYard so that I can start moving into some different types of content to put out for everyone. Really want to highlight the area I live in Chisholm, Hibbing, Keewatin, and Nashwauk. I'm very grateful to be here, and 60 years old, and I've lived an amazing life. And I've had different little teasers to tell you that, hey, I'm going to start sharing some stories. I'm going to start talking. And I never did. And so now here I am. Never did. And doing a little story time. Am I the asshole? Am I the person who has really done wrong? And I say this in advance because at the end of this stream, that's the question. Okay, am I? Am I a complete jerk for highlighting crap? Am I the bad person for not being quiet anymore? Am I evil incarnate? Ooh, because I guarantee you, certain members of my family absolutely believe I'm evil. I know I'm not. I know I'm just a human being that's lived a challenging life, spent a lot of my time unaware of the world around me, living in this bubble. And that particular bubble was the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The bubble I was in was complete belief in that organization, in the promises that it gave me, the promises it offered me. But that's all they were, empty promises. My father joined the church after him and my mom got divorced. So I have a whole family that, they're nothing, not included in the conversation other than trying to figure out the best ways they can help me without knowing what the problem really was. So he joined the church and he married a woman with pioneer heritage, which I now know is kind of like a code for polygamy family, polygamy history. That's pretty much what a lot of pioneer heritage was. And this particular family, there's books that were written. I read them when I was young. There's a pride in the family. My step-grandmother was youngest 26 kids with 2 wives. two different families. They were a polygamous family, yes, but it was kind of more like a man that had a wife in Mexico and a wife in what's now Texas, or parts of you. It's hard to tell exactly where everything was because these communities have changed names, and the United States wasn't always the United States we know it is today. And, her grandfather had 6 wives. All of this going way back. So do I have pioneer heritage? I was led to believe I did, even though it wasn't DNA. I wasn't born under the covenant, but yes, this was, my stepmother's family. So I took a lot of strength and courage from having pioneer history and pioneer heritage. But along with all of this is keeping secrets. When you are raised and have this type of influence in your life, you keep secrets. You keep secrets without knowing they're secrets. You've been in a bubble, and what the outside world would consider a crime, punishable, by jail time, punishable by real consequences, being listed as a sex offender. But when you're raised in a bubble, legal action and going to the police, these are not things that are the first options. When you're raised with the true knowledge of the gospel that the Mormon Church offered and presented to me. And what I'm going to share with you is my experience. I've gained a lot of strength from watching Colby Ryan, Megan Connor, and Lauren Matthias, and many others that have been following the Lori Daybell trials for the past 6 years. We just finished one of them, and she was found guilty of conspiracy on attempted murder of her nephew. One of the things that was said on a live yesterday was talking about being the cult of Cox. It's like serial killer weirdness. Well, my little situation and world doesn't have a name like that yet. It will eventually, but instead of people dying and questionable and not questionable loss of life, I got what people call JOMOs. I got child molesters, and I got all kinds of a different kind of evil, true evil, beyond. And it's current. It's going on. It's scary for me. Really, really scary to realize what I've gone through. Realize what's happened to my family. I am grateful enough that I'm kind of an outsider on the legal aspects of everything. However, I begin sharing this with kind of cause and pause, and it's taken me 2.5 years of getting ready and learning the things I needed to learn to sit in front of you and let you know that this right here, this is the beginning. It's the beginning of everything I've laid down the foundation for. the hours spent learning how to manage my pace of conversation, how to improve my diction, how to present myself physically, mentally, in front of you, in front of a camera, to be able to share legal things, to be able to share 4 different cases, 2 currently going on and 2 under investigation, and share what's been going on. I have permission to do whatever I want, and I didn't need this permission from anyone. I had to give it to myself. So here I am giving it to myself. We're going to talk about case 1. Case 1 is happening in Duchesne County, and everything I'm giving you is public record that I have found with only the person's name. And that's it. Just by knowing the name, approximate age, that's it. I now have the case number. I know when the next approximate dates are on the process of what's happening. I know where he works. I know his salary because he's a government employee. How's that? I didn't have to have any extra information. There's nothing with this particular first case that's private. There are sensitive things, but not necessarily private. So I plugged in the name, got the case, and now I'm following it. Here you go. Sometime between June 2019 and I think just April, May 2020, a grown man over the age of 40 had a family member, a cousin's child, staying with them, a 10-year-old. And he took it upon himself to show this child, this 10-year-old child, despicable things for a child to see. Despicable. He was grooming this child, and I don't even know what. And I don't even think he knows what he was grooming this child for. That's the creepiest part about all this. So in case 1, ten-year-old child hanging out, doing what families do all the time. Cousins hanging out with cousins. Grown adults supposed to be responsible. He decided to teach this 10-year-old about pornography. Well, actually, basically wanted to know if the 10-year-old knew what sex was, and showed this 10-year-old pornography of different types. Yep. Different types. Videos. Most likely on a cell phone. I don't know all the details of it, but it's pretty creepy. Pretty creepy. Now, this 10-year-old has had issues and problems since then. Now it's 5 years later. And somewhere along the way, it was like, how'd you learn about sex? And then all of this came out. So now this man who did this, he's now divorced. But his child's now 10. So imagine you're the ex-wife of a man who's being prosecuted, getting ready to put a plea in for showing a minor child, 10-year-old, pornography. What do you do? How do you protect your child? What should or shouldn't you do? It's a real tricky little place to be in. These are the type of people I support. These are the type of worlds that I am there for, the people involved. I'm able to relieve a little bit of their suffering, their whatever you want to call it. So here we go, back to the story. First two hearings have happened. The next one is in end of July. And this is where he'll put a plea in. Okay. This is where it gets really insane. Most likely in this case, this man's going to be able to be offered a plea because it's a first-time offense. He'll probably say he was drinking. He'll probably say he was sorry. Best of my knowledge, not currently in therapy, not currently doing anything to show that he's really sorry. Probably going to be pled down to a misdemeanor. Probably not even going to end up on a registry. Duchesne County, Utah. I don't know exactly how all of the Utah laws are, but I'm learning them. I'm studying them because 3 of the 4 cases are in Utah. So there you go. It's a government worker. Oops. Dropping things. Does benefits, the people that apply for Medicaid and apply for SNAP or whatever. It's one of those people that handles the benefits. So, yeah, it's not like this person has contact with children. But seriously, to show a 10-year-old child pornography, this child's 15, 16 now and is bad, really messed up bad. Wanting to unalive themselves in so much pain and confusion. Transgender, but not sure. I mean, they're so confused, and it's heartbreaking. The thousands of dollars that are needed to help this person, this still minor child, get therapy, find a way to attempt to heal from this exposure to God knows what type of pornography this child was shown at 10 years old that messed them up this bad. Now, I don't even care. It could have been normal, quote, normal sex, normal whatever. But this is case number 1. Once again, this isn't about revenge. This isn't about getting even. This is about healing. This is about real life happening right now. Real life right now. This 15, 16-year-old child is suffering because 5, 6 years ago, a grown adult showed them pornography in an attempt to groom them to God knows what. If this is the result of just that, oh, you're gonna love case 2 and 3. Oh my goodness. By the time I get to case 2 and 3, you're going to be going, oh my God, what kind of insanity is going on? Well, this is the insanity of a lot of my world for the past 2.5 to 3 years. The things I had no idea how to share, or if I should, or if I could. And I have reached out. I have. Those who know. I've done everything possible to get help in bringing any of this to the surface, any of this to light. But yeah, no. It's like nobody seemed interested, or everybody had, I don't know, other things to pursue. And it saddens me that this person is going to get away with all of this with a misdemeanor and probably not being on a registry. And it's a felony. He abused this 10-year-old child by showing them pornography to the point that 6 years later, they want to unalive themselves and have no understanding of their own gender or sexuality. This has destroyed a life that didn't even get a chance to start. It's destroying this person's opportunity for healthy relationships and understanding and all of the things. And now this gets to be something else, something different. And my hope for this child is that they know they're loved. They know they have a future. They know that there are people out there rooting for them, loving them, caring for them. And yeah, I wish I could help with expenses. And the saddest part is knowing how much money this offender makes. Like I said, it's government employee. Don't want people to know what you work. Don't be a government employee. There's no way he's ever going to be able, even if he was assessed a restitution. It's not going to happen. How do you live with that? How do you help your child? How do you move forward? This is the terrible spot that people get in through no fault of their own. Now, this child didn't even have the words or understanding to say anything until they were older. Until you realize what's happened. I'm still in a lot of shock over what happened. I know this person. I know the offender. I know that this offender hid so many things so well. Kind of messed up. So, as I dive into a little bit right now of this case one in Duchesne County, Utah, where I don't know the date of the next hearing because the website only gives them 30 days out, and this was 60 days out from the last hearing. I do know it's the from the last hearing. When I was watching it, I do know the next hearing is towards the end of July. There are continuances that could happen. This is what happens once it's in law enforcement. There's no way to know when it's appropriate or not appropriate to bring it all up. And so I said, it's now. It's Father's Day weekend, and yay team. Those who know that my father was pretty different. He was the type of person who would set up a whole scenario just to watch it. Pull that card out of the bottom, watch it all fall down on top of him. Just see what everybody would do around him. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to be raised like a man like that, especially a Mormon man like that. So it's with honor and pride that on Father's Day weekend, I'm bringing forth all of this. This is just the first video. This is pregame. This is me gearing up. This is me asking those who have known and supported me with, I'm the keeper of the secrets, okay? And now it's time for it not to be secret anymore. Those that have gone through this are willing to allow me to speak out on their behalf. And in a short amount of time, they'll be joining me and sharing their experiences with all of this and how they're healing and what they're doing now in the real time. That's a lot about what my channel will be, is a lot of this raw, real-time healing. So case one is a grown adult who was grooming a child for God knows what, a 10-year-old child, in 2019, 2020, by showing them pornography. I don't care if it was one time or a million times. The end result of it is a very damaged child who's not even an adult yet, not even 18. And it's going to cost a lot of money and take a lot to help heal. Now, I don't need money for you to give to them. That's not what this is about. This is more, the restitution part and the legal part of everything. It's more about that. We will let the law and we will let the organizations and the people that can help, we're going to let them help. The funds and the money you send to me and your likes and subscribes and shares are to help me continue to find my voice in all of this. It's to help me continue to be able to help others like me share, to others like me to heal. We are the keeper of the secrets. We are the ones that are the voice behind those that can't speak out yet, or will never be willing or able to show their face on camera. Not out of shame, not out of fear, just out of hell no, not me. So here I am with a smile on my face, sharing with you and telling you that there is so much more healing and joy within all of this pain. And we're going to share that with you too. Not just the yucky mucky mucks of this terrible case one, this terrible event that's happened. But we case 2, 3, and 4. Case 1 is near and dear to my heart. And that's going to be a lot of my focus today, is talking about how do you help someone heal from just someone showing them pornography at age 10. Age 10. Someone who had no idea what anything was, and it's an adult's attempt to groom them. Now it's 5, 6 years later. A child's a teenager wanting to unalive themselves. Doesn't understand their own existence, their own basic existence. It breaks my heart. It really does. But I'm here to tell you, there's something else. Oh, life isn't just the sorrows. It isn't just these challenges. But sometimes the challenges in life are so huge that it's kind of hard. And you need someone like me that is the keeper of the secrets, that you can share the things with. And when it's the appropriate time, and when it's ready, and the consents and approvals have been given, I share. Father's Day weekend. I want to let you know that fathers are important. My own personal story is a life just wanting family, that eternal family, wanting to belong. I sacrificed my own personal identity to try and fit in to a place I was never meant to be. So, in honor of that and the family I've created around me, thank you for being here. I will be back later today. Every breath is another chance and a choice. Get out there and rock it out. Thank you for being here.